All right, so how is lesson 282 going for you? Are you afraid of love? I will not be afraid of love today. You might think that's ridiculous. Why would we be afraid of love? But the way we run our lives, we live in our minds, we act with judgment, we separate, we hate, we condemn, we're critical to ourselves. I would say that even though you don't think that you are afraid of love, you could potentially do a lot of things that's keeping love away from you, that's keeping you separated from love. Now, why would you be afraid of love? Let's find out. I will not be afraid of love today. That's the lesson. 282. If I could realize but this today, salvation would be reached for all the world. Simple. If we could just remember we are made of love, for love, by love. This decision not to be insane. The decision not to be insane and to accept myself as God himself, my Father and my source, created me. The determination not to be asleep in dreams of death, while truth remains forever living in the joy of love. And the choice to recognize the self whom God created as the Son he loves and who remains my one identity. Father, your name is love, and so is mine. That's pretty cool. Father, your name is love, and so is mine. Such is the truth, and can the truth be changed by merely giving it another name? Nuh-uh. The name of fear is simply a mistake. Let me not be afraid of truth today. Let me not be afraid of love today. So God's name is love, and hey, what a coincidence. Your name is love, and my name is love. And that is a very simplified way of seeing that we are all one. We are all love. God's name is love, and your name's love, and my name's love, and everyone, even that son of a gun's name is love. Everybody is from the same love. Hard to believe sometimes when you're watching TV and YouTube shorts and politics, but if you can start to see that, you will return to your sane mind. For lesson 282, Tina Jesus said the ego keeps love away from you. The ego loves this game. It's just a freaking game to the ego to keep love away from you. And how does the ego geniusly do this? Well, it gets you to reject, it gets you to judge, it gets you to complain, it gets you to self-loathe, it gets you to be afraid. And by your fear and self-loathing and complaining and judgment and projection, you are addicted to hating and separation. And you play the game of keeping love away from you. Love is showering down on you all the time from source, from your Father, from all that is. Love is showered on you. And you are so powerful, you can put up an umbrella with the ego. So be powerful and take the umbrella down. Forgive and choose love in everything you do. Choose to see love on everything. No matter what you are gazing upon today, see love in everything. So it's like love, 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 love. Love is showering down on us. Love is what we are. Love is our name. And yet we're like, no. And we put the ego up. And we're like, no, I want to be special and hateful and resentful. No, I want to play this stupid ego game. It's up to you. It is 100% up to you if you put that umbrella up or not. If you let the love just bounce off you, can't get to you, can't saturate you, you can't feel the love because you're under the ego's umbrella. But you put the umbrella up. It was a choice. No one did nothing to you. So you put the umbrella up, and you can, this is easy, put the umbrella down, be showered with love, be cleansed with love. Remember, love is your name today. Love is your name today. So obviously, you're not going to be afraid of your name. You're not going to be afraid of love. So can you look at everything you gaze upon today and just recognize the love in it? You can if you have love in your mind. One of the things in Course in Miracles says, like, God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to think about. But if you say love is in everything I see because love is in my mind. So because I am so full of love in my mind, dude, I just pick it up everywhere. I see through love-colored glasses. I see through Christ's vision. So the big word of LOVE can help you understand more and more what A Course in Miracles is trying to infuse in you. Because it's hard to understand that God is in your mind. But it's not a far-fetched to imagine what it would be like to have love in your mind and everything. You goofy mother trucker, everything you'd be looking on, oh, you're just so loving. And you don't always have to be that goony about it, but you're feeling that goony about it. You're just a love goon, and it's great. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 282 Insights. I will not be afraid of love today. It doesn't seem that I am afraid of love when I make this dream real. It doesn't seem that I'm afraid of love when I focus on bodies or individual personalities as though they were real. In truth, I know that this whole world is a defense against love's oneness. When I believe in the stories of the world, I am joining with the ego. This means that I am afraid of love. This means that I am choosing not to recognize the truth. Fortunately, love is still there, whether I am willing to recognize it or not. In fact, love is all that is really there. No image making can change reality and make it what it is not. Choosing to focus on separate forms instead of recognizing the love that is there is just the fear of love. Today, I would practice opening to the recognition that love is all that is there, no matter what the form looks like. Today, I would practice recognizing that God is love and therefore so am I. Today, I would practice opening to love's presence, which is always there, waiting for my acceptance. Let me not be afraid of the truth today. Sometimes it's fairly obvious when there is fear of love, such as when someone is offered a gift of appreciation and responds with, "Oh no, I couldn't accept that." But most fear of love is disguised in forms we do not recognize. The Course tells us that the world and bodies were made as a fence to keep God out, to keep love out. Thus, belief in the reality of any form in this world is fear of love. It is trying to keep love's oneness away. The forms are there to hide the deep guilt that everyone in this world has from believing we have separated from love, our source. This guilt is so intense that it cannot be acknowledged. So a world of images was made to project the guilt onto. This mechanism of projecting guilt does not deal with the source of guilt. It merely seeks to place guilt outside of us so that we can seem to be relieved of guilt. The only way to really be relieved of guilt is through forgiveness. It is not God's forgiveness that we need, for He has never condemned us. He still sees us as innocent as He created us. It is our own forgiveness that we need. We remove the fear of love by forgiving ourselves for what we thought we did, but that never happened in truth. It is through forgiveness that we recognize that we are still as God created us. I practice forgiveness by taking each perception of an image, be it a person, a personality, a sunset, any form in this world, to the Holy Spirit to receive His interpretation. It is not wrong to see images, but it is a mistake to think I know what they mean on my own. Let me walk this day with the Holy Spirit as my interpreter so that I may see the love beyond all forms and not use the images of this world as a defense against love. With Him, I walk in peace and gratitude, for He shows me the face of Christ everywhere I look. With His help, I will welcome love today. pathwaysoflight.org. So that is a good idea, to walk with Holy Spirit as your interpreter. Like, dude, I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to let it flow through the interpreter first, Holy Spirit, and then practice what we kind of said the other day. We practice. We must practice. So I'm definitely getting a good eye where I am keeping love away from me, or the ego's blocking love, or we're hiding love. It's just constant. It is freaking constant. And if you can watch it kind of like an observer, it's easy to see other people doing this too, where they're keeping themselves away from love. They're keeping others as a projection, as something that they can project onto. They condemn them thinking, and then it's like, wow, is this really happening? Is the world this freaking crazy? And is the remedy just as crazy? Because I pretty much openly say, like, A Course in Miracles is crazy. It's crazy. But you gotta fix crazy with crazier sometimes. And it is crazy the things that A Course in Miracles says. But I've been saying them to myself now for enough years that I'm starting to be like, yeah, this is a better way to live for me. And it's certainly better for anyone who interacts with me. I'll tell you that. Because, I'm not fighting with people like I used to. I'm not as combative. I'm not as judgmental. I'm not as offended. I'm not as cruel. I'm not as mean. I am definitely seeing what there is to be seen according to the Course in Miracles. But not always, because it takes practice. So that's our lesson today, to practice. I'm good, but not that good. I will not be afraid of love today. So if we could all just realize this, salvation would be reached for all the world. I would not be afraid of love today. What are you afraid of seeing? Why are you afraid of seeing love in everyone and everything? The person that you reject the most, that you condemn the most, even if it's just your neighbor with the opposite political sign, can you understand that your name is love and their name is love? Can you do that today? And recognize the self, the capital S self, whom God created as the Son He loves, who remains my one identity. So be determined today not to sleep in dreams of death. Be determined today to understand that truth remains forever living in the joy of love. Make the decision not to be insane. Make the decision to accept God as yourself, your source, your Father. the one who created you. The one identity of love that we all share. So, Father, your name is love, and so is mine. What a coincidence. Such is the truth. And can we change the truth even if we give it other names and the ego plays its game? No, that would be a mistake. Let me not be afraid of truth today. I will not be afraid of love today. So that's pretty direct. So who's going to argue with that? Not me.